Back to football now, and the Titans appear to be building some strength and depth along their defensive line. Pro Bowler Jurrell Casey leads a talented group of young veterans and rookies as the two-tone blue look to be solid up front in Dick LeBeau's 3-4 scheme.
I'd say our D-line is probably one of our strengths, on the team. It was that way last year. We've got some depth there, and I think we've added to it with the draft and even some of the free agents we signed after the draft. We've got some guys that will compete.
It's easy to see the depth Mike Mularkey's talking about. The Titans' defensive line boasts a mix of recent young draft picks like Angelo Blackson, Kevin Dodd, and Austin Johnson, and some established veterans like Daquan Jones and Al Woods. And then there's Jurrell Casey, the team's best defensive player, coming off a motivating experience at his first Pro Bowl.
Going out there with the opportunity to go learn from the other players that's there, it actually helped me come back this season and push for it even more. Just to go out there and learn again from those guys. They actually was coaching me up on certain things that could change in my game that they seen on film themselves. So I think, going out there and be able to pick their brains was a great experience.
You had the opportunity before to go as a replacement into the game, and you had turned it down. Do you regret that at all now after finally having the experience?
I'm a man of few regrets, but I definitely did. You have to understand that everybody that gets a chance to go there is great players. So, I can't think I'm above other players just because I felt I got snubbed or just because I felt I had an amazing season. These guys also had amazing seasons too. It takes you a couple times to actually get recognized in the league, and I'm starting to gain that respect.
There's certainly a buzz around this building and around this team right now. What has changed here?
I think the coaches themselves have made it a fun place to be around. They make everything around here a competition. The change that they've done with, bringing so many great players in to help us out. They're not bringing players just to fill in for camp. They're bringing players in to come in and take your place. You want players that when you out of the game, they can come in and step right in. And I think these coaches is going out to find the right players to make sure we're a better team overall.
Mike Mularkey goes from assistant coach to interim head coach to permanent head coach, and it seems like he's got a lot of fans in the locker room. How did he win this team over?
Just the way he is. He's a coach that's going to keep it real with you. He's not beating around the bush, and what he say, he stick to it. When he talks to you about something direct, that's what he means. And, I think a lot of players respect that.
You burst onto the scene with 10.5 sacks in 2013. Then you have 5 sacks in 2014, 7 sacks last year as this team transitioned into the 3-4 defense. Can you take me through that transition for you personally, and how comfortable are you now heading into year 3 of the defense?
It was pretty tough at the beginning, going into the 3-4. Just coming off a great season in the 4-3 and trying to figure out how was I going to rush, how was I going to even play the run inside of 3-4. It kind of messed my mind up a little bit. But the last couple of years, I actually started to get more comfortable and starting to learn that at the end of the day, you play the way you learn, you know how to play, and you don't try to change too much of your game. You can still be an impact in the game. Now it's like night and day to me.
In this position now, what's Jurrell Casey's goal for 2016?
I was always the same. Still trying to get back up there, trying to be the top pass rusher there is in this league.
In terms of the defensive goals, last year you finished just outside of the top 10 in the league. What do you think is realistic for this unit this season?
Honestly, I think we could be the top defense, and that's going to come with the practice that we've been having. We got the players to do it. It's just about us going out there and performing.
You recently called Marcus Mariota, your quarterback, the definition of a true leader. What is it about him that makes him such a good leader?
I think just his mentality. When he comes out in that field, he's straight business. He's a guy who come out there, he's going to work, he's going to try to execute to the best of his ability. But when he come into the locker room, he know how to come around each different group and fit in and make sure everybody is connected as one. And at the end of the day, everybody knows your quarterback is the most important guy. So if you can step up and lead, then everybody's else going to follow and understand how to perform out there.
Traditionally, this is a time for guys to get away, maybe take a quick vacation, keep working out, refresh for training camp. You got a life-changing event coming up. Congratulations on the wedding.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I got my wedding coming up July 1st, and happy to say a lot of my guys are going to be there. I invited a lot of them out, and they all actually said they're going to come, enjoy our festivities.
This is a pretty cool love story, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. Met through one of my former teammates. Started to become good friends, hanging out after class, going over watching American Idol, and then we ended up having class together. And that's when we really started to become close. We kind of backed off once I got drafted. I was a loose cannon and going out partying and things like that. And she really wanted no parts of me. and then I had to go back and beg for her to come back and become just a good friend. And, you know, I said, why do you let something this perfect, you know, slip away? And I finally asked her to be my soulmate and trying to make it forever after.
So she's the calming force behind the man that's the football player?
Definitely is. You know, without her, I'm be a loose cannon out there going nuts. You know, she know how to loosen me up and lighten the environment. So I enjoy being around her 24/7.
Loose cannon on the field, nice guy, good husband off the field.
Definitely.
Jurrell,
That's what I'm trying to be.